Hey everyone, Sir Jellybean here. We are back with CTA-Gates for Ostfront PvP with the amazing Smiley Ghost. Just a bit of a check on the signal there. We had a bit of lag on this match at the start, but it did sort out. So, me and the Smiley Ghost here against two players. We are playing as the Allied forces, so obviously I'm playing as the Soviets. I believe Smiley Ghost is playing as the Americans. We're up against Germans, I believe. These players were pretty cool. It was a fun match, as always. And we are just setting up. Now, the map is one of the Liberation maps. This one's quite open with some ruins. As always, Smiley's doing the back capping. I'm going for the centre. My objective is A. That's the position I want to go for. And hopefully, it will succeed. We've also got multiple options of what we can do on this map because it's so open. There's lots of points of attack and defence. So, straight away, I am leading forward with my SMG squad. I think it is an SMG squad. So, lots of SMGs and LMG force. I'm going in quite close quarters because obviously close quarters, the SMGs and the grenades can do a hell of a lot of damage. They can really tear into things. And I'm waiting for armor pretty much straight away. My plan is to kind of get in there quick and effective. And I start moving stuff up a bit closer. Only an odd man. I need enough guys to hold the force, but basically my objective is to kill his first wave of troops. And we'll worry about capturing the objective after. If we can kill the first wave of troops, we can basically do a lot of damage. I'm slowly getting things in the circle. I am on the circle before him, which is great. And then he starts to counter. My troops start to engage, as you can see there. He runs back. I do try and get line of sight. I do get some early little flicks in there. Grenades start pouring out, as they do. Gonna get those early grenades out, and they do start running quite quick. And the SMGs there scaring off the troops. PPSH being a bit of a beast. And as you can see, they are around the buildings, so I quickly get him on there. And as you can see, I'm cutting through him quite early. He's got troops all around. And there he gets an instant snipe. I wasn't happy at that. The AI is pretty good at that. So I immediately start waiting for the heavier armour and thinking, right, what can I bring? And I start sending my troops up. And as you can see, they are capping the centre. But the point is, they haven't got many troops on the point. I've got SMGs, I've got grenades. I can do a lot of damage very quickly. I noticed that was one in the window there. I'm like, holy moly, that's getting killed. And as you can see, we're stacking up the bodies early off with the troops, doing a pretty good job. And then even like start closing a little bit to see where they are. And they're trying to flank me now, trying to come for me. The SMG is strong with me though. As you can see, can't beat the PPSH up close. Too fast, too many rounds. And start flanking around again. And basically start pushing at the back where his forces are. And as you can see, many losses there, but he does eventually kill me off. Now I do have some forces here. And Smiley's backed me up with the mighty M20, which is an absolutely amazing armoured vehicle. That 50 caliber. It also has a bazooka in its inventory, if you didn't know. I believe I'm waiting for a T-34 at this point, which is pretty awesome. T-34 is a fantastic weapon system. Really cool. And as you can see there, nice little grenade explosion, another grenade explosion, and the PPSH cutting things down one man at a time. And look at that, we've just wiped out his force on the centre, and it does take me out. I notice there's another one in the building, so I get the entire start. I think I do bring some more troops in at this point, or do I wait? No, I'm waiting for the T-34. It's been a while since we played it. And the rifle squad's on the way. I also have these troops here, which I start pushing forward with his M20, try and give a bit of infantry support. But Smiley, as always, has got the rear point and the back point, the 2 points at the back, captured really well. And they haven't even back capped, if you've noticed. I've only just remembered that. They haven't captured any of their own points, so they're really struggling points-wise. They've really put themselves at a disadvantage. And now I go for fragging this guy up here, try and get on him straight away, try to do some good damage. Boom, and he drops out the window, which is quite funny. And we're taking him out, and the point is being secured, and we have extra infantry on the way. So it's not looking good for these players at the moment, but they're not out yet. They've got lots of options. That T-34 1943, or was it 42? 43, really good T-34 is on the way. So we've got troops, and I start to try and set them up in better positions so they're ready for enemy counterattacks. And he's holding off. Now they have finally started to back cap their points, get their positions captured. They should have had these done in the first minute, really, just like Smiley did. And more of my rifle squad are coming in to stack up on the point. I basically think, right, I'm going to start pushing down the right flank. I'm going to push over that open terrain, I'm going to start getting pressure on them, and the T-34 is on his way. But we do have to be a little bit careful, because obviously Germans, Panzerfaust and Panzerschrecks are very, very liberal in their forces. They're all over the place, there's lots of them. And there's lots of heavy weapons and similar weapon systems coming to us. We've also got More troops stacking up on these walls, getting in positions, getting ready. Really, really putting down the fire down, which is pretty cool. You know, not taking any shit from anyone, pardon French. We're doing some good kills, some good attacks. There we go, some good work being done there, absolutely. T-34's rolling up, I really like this, really cool vehicle. T-34 is very versatile, especially with the bigger turret on it. It means it was really reload speed's a lot better. And we've got pretty good, as you can see, we're almost around 400 plus points. Smiley's now attacking down the western flank, he's great at flanking. And the centre is obviously pretty secured, the M20 plus the T-34. We did get a few rounds hitting us there, but nothing major. The T-34 is coming to back up the infantry now. Not get too close, but close enough to do some damage. And as you can see on the troops there, they start pumping rounds away. His infantry is now in quite dire straits. We've got a nice firing position here where we can do some damage to him. Just start pumping rounds down range. And we do have the infantry covering our advance. They've got some good forces ahead of me. And now start to bring in more troops, I believe. Is it the Mountain Rifle Squad, Mountain Cavalry Squad? Which is good elite infantry force. And Smiley's now pushing down the western flank. They're very dug in. That's the thing, they did actually dig in quite well at the back. But they're just kind of, we thought at this point, are they building up for something? What are they waiting for? So we're just trying to push our advantage, kill as many troops as possible, make it so they can't really mount an assault, so they're taking too many losses. And as you can see here, T-34 just start to engage. And yeah, we're doing a lot of firepower, a lot of pressure. And the enemy is strong against us. Well, not that strong, but they are trying to build up. Armour will start eventually coming, we know this. So we are kind of prepping ourselves. I'm starting to push my infantry forward for spotters. And there we go, the first engagement, which is an armoured car. So I'm loading the anti-tank rounds. And I'm starting to push towards. That armoured car there is a menace to my troops, but if we can get around it, it can do a lot of damage. And that fires wildly over it. And then, unfortunately, a Panzer III House down engages my T-34. I know I'm in some trouble here. The armoured car was a perfect bait, actually. I don't know if he planned for that, but he got me to show my side armour. I can't see the house down where he's gone, and then we find it. Round dings, but it does nothing. So we're loading another armour-piercing round. We are taking some hits, and the main gun has been damaged. I think it's still firing. And then I think, right, height displays right at the tank. If we have time, we might be able to do some damage. The armoured car is trying to flank us right now. And he's trying to Panzerfaust me. He's down, and then we look at the armoured car. The tank has disappeared once again. I need to wait for him to shoot. So I pull back and I go for the armoured car because I couldn't see the tank. We do hit him, and once again, not much luck with this tank. The armoured car just starts ripping through us. We blast him to pieces, and then the gun has been gone down. So right now we're in some dire straits. I do get some smoke grenades deployed, but he's been a far better tank commander there. He has defeated my T-34. So yeah, pretty bad there engagement for me. Not good tank work. But the armoured car's down, the infantry's holding him. Smiley's pressuring the west because he's good at that. We've got 3 points in there too, so we're still in, well ahead. Mountain Cavalry Squad is now advanced and start spreading some troops out. I start stacking them up on the point, basically to provide fire support. I start telling T-34 to repair, but no, he's done. T-34's in a bad way. So the infantry, basically, I do try and move up to engage the Panzer III. Anyone with anti-tank grenades can basically use to engage. And, you know, there's the Panzer III. And we have the anti-tank RPG grenade. These are pretty strong, a bit like the German Lang grenades, they're very tough. So that Panzer III is running, and I'm coming for him. I'm like, I'm coming for you, you son of a gun. And do the old yeet, and boom, Panzer III down. So yeah, we did lose the T-34, but Panzer III did suffer the ultimate fate. And we do go after the crew here. I think the tank commander does kill me, but Panzer III is out, which is the main thing. I do come in to actually finish the tank off. I get the RPG grenade out, because I really want to make sure it's dead, because if you don't, tanks will get brought back to life. And here's the Valentine that I've called in, which is great, nice little tank for support. And then, oh, we're getting engaged, so I actually yeet the anti-tank grenade at him, accidentally. But he's down. Oh no, the anti-tank grenade is there actually, so thank God. And there we go, the Panzer III is hit once again, so he's severely damaged, which is good. So if they want to repair, it's going to take some severe resources. I'll bring in some tank crew, so I'm going to try and repair my T-34. There are some troops trying to flank, but he's now dead. And we've got a pretty good defensive line set up around the point. Smiley's constantly pushing the west, putting pressure on him, and they don't seem to be able to get a sufficient force to actually push into the centre, which is good for us. And now we're just waiting to see what to bring in. The Valentine's there. His bit of armour is always useful. It does have a decent anti-tank gun, and it's got some quite tough armour itself, which is fantastic. And yeah, the gun systems are engaging at will. And the Valentine is pushing forward. And AP miners, yeah, AP and AT miners. So I'll bring them in and basically decide I'm going to start mining the point up. Because I think, right, if they do start building up for tigers or something like that, if we put loads of mines around the point, there's no way they can push us off. So I'll basically make it a stronghold in the centre. And while my infantry are holding them, it's a good time to basically dig in. Because the west is quite well covered, they're well heavily dug in. And the north, we don't really know, but I imagine they've got a substantial amount of troops ready at the back. So just keep them busy for now. And the Valentine's just sat there doing what it does best. And then we hear a bit of a big boom, we think, how's that? And I'm not too sure. I do forget about my tank crew that's gone down there, I'm pretty sure. I start focusing on the miners more. But I start spamming mines all around the objective. So if they try and push or they try and flank, you know, I should be able to easily deal with them. And then what I do is I start trying making a bit of a minefield in front of the position so they can't actually push up to the point effectively. And then the anti-tank mine teams, I make a nice little defensive line on the road. Basically make it so if any armour comes, we're going to do some good damage. And I also set up mines on this side as well, so if they try and push in from the east or the west, basically it's going to be a bit of a hellscape for the armoured vehicles. And Smiley's Sherman there just kicking ass, which is fantastic. 50 cal did a lot of work. And the tank crew then finally put the T-34. And then we notice some kind of things getting smashed up at the side, and then a whole squad of troops rushing forward, and then my mine teams are being engaged a bit, so I use the Valentine to try and basically break those troops in front of us. And the mine team's working hard. I've lost quite a bit of infantry over here, but the Sherman's doing some good work. The miners are laying down the mines, which is cool. Whilst under fire, you've got to respect that. Very brave men, very diligent for the work. And we are pushing forward pretty well. I even try and get an SMG troop to try and flank this massive conga line of troops behind the wall. There's a lot of troops in one location, so it could be a quite nice little kill session here. So straight away, grenades out, yeet. And he does get shot, but I'm pretty sure the grenade has landed. Boom! That's 4 in one grenade. That's why you don't stack your troops all on the same wall, gentlemen. Get a bit of spacing. Now I'm going to try and heal the T-34. I think the whole machine gun's working, so there is a little bit of firepower coming out. But it's still alive, which is the main thing. Can't bring anything else in though, unfortunately, so it's stuck a little bit for point-wise. I also attempt to try and move my squad up and try and get them closer range, try and engage those troops. And their Panzer 4 hours there each. That's going to start doing some serious damage, so we'll be a little bit careful. And the first round comes and hits the T-34. Smiley goes there, shattering that tank in one shot with his 75W. Completely pops as well. Fantastic shot by him. He must have hit the ammo, so it's a fantastic hit. Love it. And yeah, the Valentine's been pretty amazing, to be fair. I do love me some Valentini. Some coffee. Like that. And the T-34 is not doing great. But it's doing its job, it's surviving. The Valentine's doing pretty good, engaging troops, apart from those little invisible walls. And the mine teams have laid the minefield, so we have a bit of extra defence around the point. We are taking some losses though. But the points are stacking up, the enemy's not looking well unless they really pull something out of the bag. They know they're kind of in dire straits. The minefields have been set up. And, you know, we are securing the centre. We've got some really good defences now. And I'm actually going to drop one of my guys onto the vehicle, I thought. But I thought best not. And this squad here, we start pulling them up to support. The best chance of kind of pushing it back was probably when they had the push with the Panzer 3 and the armoured car. If they'd have like really pushed with that Panzer 3 and killed that infantryman, if they had the infantry support they needed, they probably would have won. And they attempt to flank on the east side against Smiley, but that fails because he's well dug in. And basically, we're just going to slowly outcap them with points. Not a bad strategy, to be fair. And the machine guns are a popping. They're a popping. Hee. Don't know what that laugh was. Oh, and now I can bring some big stuff. I decided to bring in, I think it's the Churchill and Valentine combo. I think I'm going to go for the Lend-Lease. Oh no, I go the SU-122. Alright. I'm talking crap, sorry. And do I go for the Churchill and the Valentine? I think I do bring them both in. I'll bring a lot of infantry as well. Don't think I have the points to bring anything else in. But I'll bring the infantry squads to the west. I think right now the time to be really aggressive. And then we hear a ping. Ding! Something fired a heavy weapon. Smiley's bringing an airstrike on the point because he's an absolute legend. He just thinks, screw it. I get this in HD, in full HUD mode. Look at that. Oof! Talk about Lego mode. Just bits flying everywhere. And that's why I sent the troops up now, remember, because I was supporting Smiley's advance. And we're doing pretty good. And they know it's over, we know it's over. And the T-34 is still alive, which is quite fun. There are rounds being shot. And down there, Smiley, once again, cutting down the German invaders. And the 122 is coming to support. And I believe they have some armour back here. If I remember correctly, it was a Stu-42. So remember if my mind is working well. And as you can see, something's popped on the minimap. And I'll start firing rounds at this farmhouse. 122 being a bit of a beast. One of my favourites, to be fair. Used it very effectively recently. And the infantry squads are basically just going to swarm into the position. Casualties don't matter at this point. We're just going for it. I'm putting pressure on them before they can even attempt to try and take the centre back. As you can see, smashing the farmhouse. And the squad is just going to push in onto the point and be aggressive. We're going to try and get a crossfire set up. One squad pushes on the left, one squad pushes on the right. We'll be able to hit them wherever they are in cover. We will take some losses, but actually with Smiley covering us in the SU-122, we're in pretty good stead. As you can see there, more troops killed. And those troops there actually get down and start engaging. Do a decent job. We're actually going to try and engage with the 122. And then we notice the tank in the right. We're like, wait a minute, there's armour. I think, what the hell is it? We can't actually see what it is. But it is I believe it is a Stu-42. Whatever. Yeah, is it Stu? Yeah, it's Stu-42, but we've done a lot of damage with the HE round. We haven't penned it completely. The gun is still active, but it's lost troops and he is immobilised. And then there's also an armoured car. That is a pack wagon, which is pretty scary actually. So I instantly go, right, I need to take that out. I've been a bit ballsy with this though. I don't know if I can pull it off. And then boom, and actually hit the tree in front of me. But we get victory just there. And the enemy's gone, but they did stay to the end, so massive respect for that. So yeah, it was a really cool match. Really cool players to play against. Really enjoyed it. And I hope you guys did. So thanks for watching, everyone. And you guys have a fantastic evening.